Hi everybody, this is Christy. This is my astrology and tarot update for the full moon eclipse, which is tomorrow morning in the United States. It is going to be starting at 5:39 a.m. on Eastern Standard Time. Universal Time is 9:39 a.m. The maximum of the eclipse will be at 7:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the eclipse will be ending at 9:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome. My video is up a little bit later this week because the eclipse has affected me. This is how it affected me. This lunar eclipse, this full moon eclipse, is a big one. It's the second leg of, so we had the new moon eclipse in Pisces, which was wonderful. It was washing things away. It was very intense. This one is the full moon eclipse, and it's about letting go and saying bye-bye to whatever you learned with the new moon eclipse. So if anybody's getting annoyed, angry, that energy is coming through, and I'm in Aries, and this eclipse is taking place at 2 degrees Libra. The moon will be between 2 and 3 degrees Libra across from the sun in Aries at 3 degrees Aries. So it's intense, and it's really about feeling that intensity. If you are a cardinal sign, Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, of course, Libra, of course, you're going to feel this intensely. And if your week has been anything like my week, honey, this is the eclipse. And what it's doing is it's so the equinox was this weekend, this Sunday, the spring equinox on this half of the earth, so happy spring. But what it's trying to do is it's a reset button, pretty much. And this is technically the astrological new year with the equinox. So 0 degrees Aries is the equinox, and that is the reset button. That's when all the energy is it's most primal. Primal, as in I got attacked at work, and I just, by a dog, it wasn't a person, but, everything is in its primal state at 0 degrees Aries when the equinox comes through, and that's what's called the world axis. So, this full moon eclipse is on the world axis, meaning it's an incredibly potent point of energy. I mean, Brussels got hit today. That's this kind of energy. You know, there's the reset in Cuba going on. I think it's interesting, if anybody listened to the talks in Cuba when Obama went to Cuba, how he started bringing up human rights issues, and I just wanted to be like, honey, please. But it is a reset button, basically. And I'm thoroughly annoyed this week, for sure. So I tried to put this video out before the eclipse, but my energy is on, this eclipse is taking place on my own personal planets. I have 4 personal planets in what's called a cardinal cross with this eclipse, and I am feeling it intensely. I took a couple days to just be away from people and if you can take a couple days to be away from people, this is a good week to do it. If you have a lot of people getting to fight, here's what's going to happen. Fights, breakups, arguments giant arguments. And if you are having, the time of your life, good for you, but from what most people are reporting to me, and the energy is its most intense leading up to the eclipse, so I'd say, even starting last week, if you're feeling this intense energy and going through into Sunday. Because something else is going on this week. Saturn is going into retrograde on Friday, March 25th, which is bringing up stories from August of last year, 2015. And Saturn will be going retrograde. Let me check on the dates. Is starting to go retrograde. Saturn's at 16 Sagittarius. Saturn is the planet of authority. Generally your career, generally what you're seeking when it comes to being your own boss or bosses. Anything regarding authority figures, bosses, fathers, all those types of stories could have started last August, and Saturn will be in retrograde from March 25th until August 13th, and this will be along the lines with the Mars retrograde. So Saturn and Mars are kind of doing a sort of a dance, not really a, sort of just this whole back and forth thing. When it comes to Saturn retrograde, Saturn is really asking about what the hell is your structure? Because this one that you created, is it sound? Is it what you want? If it is what you want, then you're good to go. But for the most part, Saturn is going to be redefining, and in this case with this eclipse, it's because the eclipse is at 2-3 degrees Libra. It's about relationships. What do you want from your relationships, especially romantic partnerships? Romantic partnerships are up for restructuring, reforming right now. Business partnerships too, especially the Libra element with the diplomat to Libra. But there is a lot going on with what do you want with your romantic partnerships? What do you want to bring to the table? What is it that you're seeking? Saturn retrograde is in a T-square right now. So Saturn is in what's called a T-square with Jupiter, the planet of fortune, expansion, and Venus with Neptune in Pisces. So Venus is actually getting to the point in a few days of where the eclipse was. And Venus is at 13 degrees Pisces right now, just went over Neptune. What that means in this T-square, which is a very kind of locked energy, I'm really like, there's a lot regarding romantic partnerships, your artwork, your idea of structure for sure, but the structure that you bring to all of your relationships, and are they healthy relationships? Because Jupiter really wants healthy relationships. Jupiter is in Virgo right now, and Jupiter is squaring the Saturn in Sagittarius, saying, alright, what is your form of healthy? What do you want? It's like brass tacks right now. It's like, this is time. Even though Venus is in Pisces and being like, I love, and all I want to do is love, and all I want is to love, 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 Saturn is saying, reality check. This is a reality check. You can't give up yourself for somebody else. You can't give up your strength, your power, your wisdom for some form of whatever you're giving it to. It could be a system, it could be a government, which, here we go with Cuba. I mean, the expansion factor of this, Saturn and Sagittarius, does have an international part to it. So if anybody is like, oh, I'm going through a love affair with somebody who's very philosophical, or who is of another culture, or who, and it could be another culture, it could be age difference, it could be anything. The other thing that's annoying me right now, this radiator didn't go off all day, going off right now. I'm done. Oh, Jesus. So, So this energy that I'm having right now, this intense energy that I'm feeling, is a lot to do with the fact that this is a big full moon eclipse. So I pulled, here's our first card. It's a nice card. It's the Nine of Cups. It's wishes fulfilled. So with this energy, your ideals regarding partnerships, relationships, anything that has to do with how you view the other. It's about both. It's about coming together as one. These wishes will be fulfilled, but it takes steps to understanding that it takes two to tango. Or if you want, it takes a give and take. It's go back and forth. So I actually like this card because this is the Jupiter card to me. I just see him as Jupiter and Virgo. Jupiter in Virgo is a very helpful, giving energy. It's the energy that's going to feed you when you're hungry. It's going to come into the house with your favorite meal because they just care. So let's shuffle the deck again. Okay, ooh, nice. Alright, here's the Magician. I like this card because the Magician is Gemini, and it has to do with communication. It has to do with the fact that you have the ability to create and manifest what you want for yourself. You have that Midas touch when it comes to specific things. So, wishes fulfilled, Midas touch. These are very good cards, and I'm like super feisty right now, so it's very cool because I always clear my cards with rose water and just ask them to really come out with answers. So, top card. Alright, let's see. The Knight of Pentacles. So this is a youthful earth energy. This is it could be a person coming in, a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, whether or not it's their sun sign. It doesn't have to be a male energy, it's just a youthful earth energy. Could be you, an entrepreneur of sorts, starting a venture, and going off and saying, I can do this. I am not, whatever this new thing, because the Magician is a newer, youthful energy. I had this wish that I really wanted to have a relationship, start a business. I manifested it out of just thinking. This is a major arcana card here. And now I'm going to go forward and I'm going to do this thing that I really, really want to do. What is your pentacle here? So you see the pentacle is the actual the manifested form. Material item. Here I go, off into the distance. I don't know if I'm going to become the King of Pentacles, but I'm on my horse and I'm headed to the distance. I'm going the distance. And Knight of Pentacles is earth energy. It's creative energy. It's solid energy. So it's saying you have the stamina and the ability to do so. And I read it as a Capricorn energy, but it's always earth energy. And a Capricorn will stand and I had a teacher once say, a Capricorn will stand and stay. You know, so will a Taurus. A Taurus won't budge. A Virgo can be a little bit more malleable in their energy. But they're also incredibly hardworking. So I'm going to do one other card for the overall energy, and then I'm going to do some angel cards because they'll soften the energy. And this card kind of, this is the Four of Cups, and this is interesting because I had this recently pulled for me. The overall energy of the Four of Cups, and this is how I read it, especially in romantic relationships, is kind of depression. You see this man sitting on a hill. A cup is being offered to him from a divine source. And he's looking at the 3 cups in front of him and saying, not good enough. I didn't ask for this. I didn't really want this. I want this other thing. And the universe is nudging this guy sitting on a hill. And he's still depressed, and he's in his own little box. And he's isolated himself from the world. And the universe is still nudging at him. So the overall energy is, even though you might feel anxiety, you might feel upset about whatever is going on, the overall outcome is you have the ability to manifest what it is that you want. And you can do it. And I'm saying this to myself too, because I'm also right here. This is where, I have a lot of, on a personal note, I have a lot of anxiety regarding, my career choices, my relationship choices, and everything. So, it's interesting, because the energy is there to create what you want for yourself. And this moon is an action moon. It is releasing the old, but it is action-oriented. It's saying, go forward, do your thing. Okay, so I did pick a card before the reading, but I'll pick another angel card. The angel card is Focus. Focus on what you want to create, and it will come forward. And then I'll do 2 more. Why not, right? These are angel cards during virtue. I love these cards. Spiritual growth. Time to go forward. And final card. I'm going to do a nice good shuffle. This one. Oh, truth and integrity. Interesting. Move forward into your own truth. You know who you are deep down, and you can do it. And I wish I had it with me, but today I found this little, I'm losing my voice, this little, tea, those yogi tea things. And I think it was the truth will set you free. So, truth, integrity, y'all. So one more time. Focus. Spiritual growth. Truth and integrity. You know your own truth. Go forth. Wishes fulfilled. 9 of Cups. You have the ability to manifest whatever it is you want. I love this card. Go forward, Knight Soldier. Go into the distance, even though it might cause some anxiety. Take care and have a great week. And if you would like a tarot exchange, which I'm doing with some people this week, I will be at Racket Club in Brooklyn tomorrow night, which is March 23rd at 8 p.m. Racket Club, you can look up on their website. It's RAKIT It's right off the L train if you're in New York City. Come on by and I'll do a tarot card reading for you. And take care. Peace and love, y'all.